Hey everyone out there in YouTube land. Gonna bring you part 2 of my toys that I have down here in my apartment. And starting off real quick, a couple of G1 Transformers from my childhood. That's Blaster. I have his tape somewhere, but I am missing his gun. Need to get that. It's Rodimus Prime. He is complete. Real quick, that's it's a Cyclone Cycle from the Robotech cartoon, and I love that series. Love it, love it, love it. This is Trypticon. He is loose, but I actually have every little piece that came with him, which is a lot of stuff. He's really cool. I'm not going to transform him because I don't even remember how. I'm going to have to look that up, but he's battery powered and motorized. He walks. He was a pretty expensive one back in the day. So glad to have him intact. Move these real quick. And next up, can't remember. It was an anniversary of Transformers, obviously. They had these reissues at Toys R Us, and I can't remember the year. I think it was probably early 2000s, but maybe 2004, 2002, I don't know. Anyhow, they had these commemorative reissues at Toys R Us, and they were pretty much exactly like the originals. Same die-cast metal molds, everything, just how you remember them. I think they might have a date on the bottom, but I didn't open these. But this guy worked at Toys R Us, and he must have just bought way too many of them, or who knows, maybe he ripped them off, because he was selling them on the curb. He had boxes of them. He sold them for $10 a pop. So I bought some, and I hope he didn't rip off Toys R Us, but you never know how people are in Baltimore. Anyhow, this is Prowl, and you can see some of them have the original, like Silver Streak here has the original picture from the original box art in the 80s. But Prowl, they used the Pat Lee art from the Dreamwave Transformers series, which was very good. If you're a fan and you haven't read that, you must pick it up. But here's the Silver Streak reissue. And I do believe they did a reissue of Megatron, and he was purple. So I remember there being a controversy that there couldn't be a realistic colored gun. There was Sideswipe. Everybody wanted Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Don't have Sunstreaker. Here's Jazz. He was one of my favorites. The Porsche with that big old whale tail wing on it. Love Jazz. Wheel wells on the back. Love that car. Jazz was one of my favorites. Voiced by the great Scatman Carruthers. Also voiced Hong Kong Phooey. He was great. But I like the Jets too. I had all the Jets as a kid. And Thundercracker was the first one I got. And the Jets were just cool, man. There's Thundercracker. Starscream came out before the rest of the Jets. He was in Commemorative Series 2. And there's Skywarp. And I love that Pat Lee drawing of Skywarp there. So, those are my reissues. Next toy I'm going to show came out much later, but I had to buy it. Oopsie. Dropping stuff. I had to buy it because as a kid, when I saw the Transformers movie, I'm like, they made a Mega Supreme. They made Trypticon and Fortress Maximus. Why couldn't they make a Unicron figure? And later they did. Transformers Armada. They finally put out a Unicron toy. And I got this at Target. I don't remember if it was a Target exclusive or not. I think I paid $50 for it when it came out. But he's badass. As much as I wanted to take him out and play with him, I did not. But there's Unicron. Don't know if it's worth any more than what I paid, but it's cool to have, and wouldn't plan on selling it anyway. So let me set Mr. Unicron back down here. Move a few more toys up here for everyone. Here we have just a couple. Oops. Actually, I have two of these, but well, not two of these, but this is, I think, 2006, 2007, 66 Adam West Batmobile Hot Wheels toy. That's just cool. Probably not worth anything, but cool. Who doesn't like the Batmobile? this is what I have two of. I have two of these still sealed. It's the special limited edition Spawnmobile pack from Hot Wheels and Image Comics. And what's cool is both of them have a mint unread Spawn number 9, which is the first appearance of Angela. It's one of the more expensive Spawn books, more sought after, and it's heating up now. So got two of these sealed, and now as you have the issue 9, it has the Hot Wheels Spawnmobile in you know, both of these mint, and it's sealed. The Spawnmobile is sealed in a bigger hard plastic package, and that was pretty cool. Speaking of Batmobiles here, don't get excited when you see this. Don't do it, because it does look awesome. But I'm angry with myself of, you know, 30 years ago or whatever. So first I'll just show it, because I already teased you. This is the 1974 Mego Batmobile. And I had a bunch of Mego toys, and me and my brother played with them rough. So not much survived, but this box has a little crinkle there, but other than that, it's pretty damn sharp. But here's the problem. I said don't get excited, because let me get this out of here. Me and my brother did a number on this Batmobile. Damn it. Broken wheel. It's also missing the windshield glass there. But, you know, if you display it from that side, it doesn't look quite as crappy. So, yay. But, you know, realistically, if I ever find a Mego Batmobile, I have a pretty cherry box for it already. So, hopefully I can find that someday. Next up, this is a more recent toy. But I bought it, number one, this Mass Device cartoon, I was telling Fool Killer. That's what turned me on to G.I. Joe. I saw this miniseries, and it was just so well done. You know, Marvel Sunbow Productions was smart enough to get the Japanese animators, and it showed on all their early cartoons. They were just so much better than what was coming out animation-wise. And, you know, they did G.I. Joe, they did Transformers, they did Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Dungeons and Dragons, Visionaries. I think they might have done Mask as well, but, you know, they raised the standard of animation, which ended up, you know, putting out other great cartoons by Japanese teams like Thundercats, and, you know, we benefited. But anyway, this is the series that got me loving G.I. Joe, and I bought so many toys and comics and stuff as a kid. And I remember seeing this Mass Device Mini, I was always like, man, I wish they had the G.I. Joes and the scuba gear from that badass underwater battle. Or like, what about Snake Eyes when he's contaminated, you know, by the canister? Well, this pack, I still have them in there. I opened it to take the DVD out and watch it, but all the figures are still you know, harnessed into their spots in the package, mint, and all their weapons. But there's Timber and the contaminated Snake Eyes with the container of whatever that raw element was. I'm forgetting. I'll remember later. But there's the Cobra Trooper moving the 3 elements for the Mass Device. The Baroness and the scuba gear I was talking about with the container of hard water. And that might be the coolest figure of all. And there's Stalker with that jetpack you always wanted to see him have, and he has a sheath on his leg for his knife, man. These figures are very detailed. But it also comes with a piece of the Mass Device, but I didn't see what else you were supposed to buy to get the other pieces, because the next one came, you know, is the Weather Dominator miniseries, and came with a piece of the Weather Dominator, so who knows. Maybe they want you to buy 3 of the same one till you find it. I'm going to show you these two really quickly. They're pretty neat. Alright, this here is my talking Ren Hoek doll. This is from probably the mid-90s, and that's still in its original packaging. And he still sort of works. Doesn't his belly, you're supposed to pull his, you know, pull my belly button to make me talk. Does that belly button not look like the end of an uncooked hot dog? Is it just me? Anyway, let's see what Mr. Sorry, I gotta zoom in on it. Yeah, he talks really fast now, like he's on Ritalin. You can play with your magic nose goblins. But I guess technically, still works. Renhoek as my Hound Chihuahua. This one's really cool in my opinion. Again, don't know the exact year. This is mid-90s as well. I don't see a date on this, but I believe this is maybe like 94, 95. And this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Zord with the Green Ranger figure. And it's mint in package. I bought it off the shelf for like $30, $40. And I remember reading that, you know, those of you who watch the Power Rangers, will remember this was in the midst of the big Power Rangers explosion of the 90s. It was at its peak of popularity. And they were taking the Green Ranger, who was arguably most people's favorite. He was like probably the only legitimate martial artist out of the cast, and he looked the best fighting. But they were going to turn him into the Black Ranger. So I read that when they were going to do that in the television show, they were going to discontinue production of all the Green Ranger toys. And this one in particular, I guess, was like the more limited or more expensive one. So I went ahead and picked it up. And it's mint in package. Never been... I did open it just to look at it, make sure everything's there, but I never... It's mint. It's all the stickers, everything are there. But this, as a result of it being discontinued, this is one of the most sought after Power Rangers toys. And I've seen this mint in box going for, you know, several $100s online. I'm not sure what they go for now. Might be more, might be less, but it's a pretty rare Power Rangers toy and a really cool one to have. So I'm extremely happy with that. And this next one is one of my favorites. As a kid, I had these the Voltron toys, as many of us did. Oh my goodness. And they were the best, man. They were expensive. Matchbox brought them over here, but was it Bandai or was it Takara? I don't know. I can't remember the Japanese. I'm drawing a blank on the Japanese company that originally made the 80s Voltron toys that were imported by Matchbox, but they were expensive. But those of you who had them will remember the Black Lion. All of them were solid die-cast metal. The Black Lion was heavy, man. You could use that as a weapon. They'd never make these toys for kids now. But they were so cool, and they were so expensive, it almost forced you to like, go to the playground and be like, yo, my mom bought me the blue one and the red one. I got the black one. And, you know, only the rich kids could assemble Voltron because it was like, you know, $90 or something to buy all the lines. So all us other kids would kick in. And I had the Black Lion, I had the Blue Lion, and eventually I ended up getting them all. And I have my original Voltron still, but he's damaged. I don't know why does the light keep going yellow like that? It's pissing me off. But sorry, yeah, I have my original Voltron, but the Blue Lion stuck on his leg. But anyway, love the toys. So for the 20th anniversary, Toynami did the Masterpiece Edition Voltron Lion Force collector set. And it came in this beautiful hardcover book. And I mean, look how wide it is. It's got to be because it has the toys in, but it has an awesome picture of the castle, the Black Lion, the emblem, the 20th anniversary emblem, and the Voltron team. The back has nothing on it, but I'm going to show you. This has taken much like the Transformers Masterpiece Editions, it's taken the original design and improved on it slightly, but it's still the basic design and the heavy-duty die-cast metal construction we all remember and love. And you know, this just kind of tells the story of the Voltron Lion Force. And this has, you know, the book has them in there in kind of a display case type deal. There's the green and red lion and the big, huge, amazing Black Lion. And you turn it around here, and got a certificate of authenticity. And I guess that's from World Event Productions. They would have had to authorize it. Really sorry about the lighting right now. I don't know what's causing that. I guess this type of light bulb. I have to get a white one or something. But anyhow, this is, as you can see, 6,040 of 15,000. The only Toynami in World Events only produced that many for the anniversary. They've gone up. 175 is what I paid for it at release. I believe these go for like $300 and up now. But there's the other two lines, the two legs, the yellow line, the blue line, and the even better version of the Blazing Sword now for the toy. And I'm very happy with this. And I'm going to put it back in its plastic and put it back in its packaging, because this is not getting opened, excuse me, and it's not even getting displayed to risk getting dirty or dusty or slobbered on by my dog. But I really had to get it. It was expensive as a Bowen statue, really, but I had to get it because it was such a staple of my childhood. I even have, I'll have to find it in my parents' house. Not only do I have my original Lion Voltron with the legs still stuck on, none of the packaging, honestly, but I have the complete Land, Sea, and Air Team Voltron that was originally the Dairuger toys in Japan, which a lot of people didn't like, but I liked the Land, Sea, and Air Team. So I'm going to have to find that, because I have that complete, and I like that too. But, yeah, Voltron rules, and I was glad. You know, it's really cool sometimes when you go through your collection and you find stuff that you either forgot you had, or like, oh yeah, I know I had this, but I forgot how damn cool this was. What a good investment. I'm glad I bought it. You know, and that's kind of how I feel about some of these things, because, you know, like this one, this Voltron piece, and the Dynamite piece, I don't think I'd be able to buy. I could buy the Dynamite, but I just don't think I could justify paying $100 for that set. But I love the cartoons so much that I bought them when they came out, and I'm glad that I own them, because this Voltron, I certainly couldn't justify paying $300 or $400 for it. So I'm really pleased with that, and happy I found them, and happy I got to share them with all of you. And thank you very much for taking the time to watch, as always. Sorry again that I posted 3 videos today, but I just found some cool stuff and I wanted to share it. So thank you all. Take care of yourselves. Happy comic book reading. Happy toy collecting. Take care.